Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So here we go, guys. Today, Bitcoin looks like it's rallying a little bit, although we're trying to still find that kind of momentum that we've been seeing over the last couple of months. Bitcoin is now trading at about $68,200 per coin. As you guys can see down here, it did retrace about 11% at the bottom down here. Did go as low as 65,500. And so, in yesterday's video, I was talking a little bit about the market, giving a synopsis on this correction. And I mean, this is one of the first major corrections we have now felt in the bull run. It seems as though we've just been seeing Bitcoin rally and rally and rally over the last couple of months. So 11% roughly at this point in time, and Bitcoin is now up from that low about 4%. So we are slowly grinding to the upside. Let me move some of this out of the way and just to kind of take a look of now what we are looking at. So lower lows initially, and if we maintain higher lows, that would mean a move in the right direction, a reversal. And so we'll probably see that on the chart in the coming days. So far, though, guys, it's looking pretty good. XRP right now moving with the tone of the market. We did see it go back down to 61 cents, and now it's sitting at around 62.5, so 62.5 cents per XRP. So that is also slowly moving upward. If we take a look at the sentiment, you guys can see greed has cooled off a little bit. We were in the 90s last week, and now we're at 87. So we are seeing greed cooling off a little bit. 24-hour volume is also down 34.2%. So not as much trading activity as we've seen in the last few weeks. Market cap has also cooled down a little bit. That's at 2.61. Bitcoin dominance still holding, though, 51.5%. And you can see some of these coins are starting to gain again, like Solana. I mean, it seems like Solana has not stopped. Up 10.15% in the last 24 hours, up to $189 per coin. I even think I saw it in the 190s. Just recently, just within the last couple of hours or so. But really, I mean, some people, especially those who, this is their first rodeo, people are getting very worried that this is, it's the end of the bull market. Now we're heading into bear territory. It's like, no, we're not, guys. This is short-term pain, long-term gain, and we tend to see this all the time. Don't let the FUD fool you. Remember, we are not even close yet. We're still over a month away till the Bitcoin halving, and generally that is what triggers the bull run. So let me bring up the Bitcoin halving chart here. I have Bitcoin halvings plotted on this particular Bitcoin chart that I have up here. Usually we do see another 524 days on average, 520, 550. So in 2016 up to the top by the end of 2017, that is when we saw the halving. So July 2016, then we saw the market go parabolic. And that again took 524 days. And then from May of 2020 all the way to the top in November of 2021, that was about 550 days where we saw the market go parabolic for Bitcoin. And here we are. April 2024 has not even occurred yet. We are going to see retracements, but this period here, guys, this is where we're going to see the bulk of our gains. So something to be paying attention to. And if you guys want to follow what I'm trading, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel if that is something you are interested in. We're seeing money moving into the market, okay? Unprecedented inflows into the U.S. stock market and into cryptocurrencies. This is coming from Michael Branch here. Bank of America, okay? So a Ripple partner on top of it all. They've just unveiled a new report detailing unprecedented inflows into U.S. stocks and cryptocurrencies. So people are investing, investors, retail, I'm assuming, are investing in American stocks here, U.S. stocks and cryptocurrencies. So spearheaded by Chief Investment Strategist Michael Hartnett, the analysis reported a staggering $56.1 billion, okay, surging into U.S. stocks. And this is the largest single week influx ever recorded, ever. $56.1 billion. Additionally, cryptocurrencies experienced a significant milestone with $3.4 billion in inflows. So albeit not nearly as much as stocks, but if we were to take a percentage, 3.4 divided by 56.1, we multiply that by 100, you get about 6% of what's going into stocks. Nevertheless, a pretty good indication that retail is now interested in buying up stocks. Considering we are now seeing all-time highs pretty much. This is the S&P 500 on the daily, and we're seeing more highs here. DJI, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we are also hitting that top of the Fibonacci. So getting to be a very dangerous spot to be investing for stocks, in my opinion. I think the crypto market is separate. I think maybe it could correlate to the stock market, at least initially. But I think with cryptocurrencies, the utility coins are really what's going to set it apart. And so, regardless, of that, this is what we're seeing. Record amounts of money surging into stocks and cryptocurrencies. And so let's take a look at the crypto landscape for a second. When Bitcoin profits get high, investors get antsy to sell. And so this is likely also the reason why we are seeing a Bitcoin sell-off at the moment. The data shows that we are at absurd levels of profit, the highest since 2013. The first cross of the 23 value line hasn't represented the top in the past. It is typically just a temporary resting place in the parabola. But what it does tell us is that we are entering the end game. Not long after profits get this high, we have seen the first cycle top weeks to months. And so what he's suggesting here is that after this is when we really do see that parabolic rise, okay? Generally after the halving, again, several months after the halving, we are only here 2024, and this halving is set to spark the remainder of the bull run. So just some more information there. I will link this in the description from CryptoCon. So wanted to thank him for posting that. Chad Steingraber also mentioning this, and what happens when the price skyrockets, and what happens when every investment firm is buying the fund. So discussing the idea that, Grayscale now has added XRP to their trust, they still have to buy one XRP for every one share purchased. So just you're discussing, actually, in this tweet here, he's talking about the ETFs, but also mentioning this from Chad Steingraber, got these two tweets mixed up. The Grayscale basket of cryptocurrencies, they are purchasing now cryptos based on the cryptos that they hold in this trust. And XRP has recently been re-added to one of these things. But with that aside, even, they still have to buy one XRP for every share purchased, no matter what the price is. That's the beauty of these ETFs. So if we are speaking about an ETF particularly, they literally have to buy by law. And now we've heard murmurings, we've heard the rumors, not one, two, but three different times about a potential XRP ETF, this one courtesy of Jack the Rippler.
So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, multiple ETFs around different tokens. And I think you'll even see ETFs potentially around baskets that also, I think, further diversify that risk.
I think we're going to see a lot of filings come out for Ethereum. I even think we might see something for Ripple, given the recent progress. You notice that Grayscale just added Ripple to one of their trusts. It's publicly traded. So it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Ripple or Ethereum spot ETFs out there.
ETF. How about an XRP ETF? I know you got Ether out there. How about XRP? Can you answer that?
I can't. And you don't want me to.
I do.
Well, I can't.
I mean, more and more now I'm thinking an ETF, XRP ETF is just around the corner. Not only do we have Brad Garlinghouse hinting that, Ripple would be favorable to that, we also have Steve McClurg from Valkyrie predicting that an XRP ETF could be next. And then Larry Fink from BlackRock, yes, the biggest investment firm on planet Earth. He's also saying, look, we cannot talk about the details. Obviously, they're probably caught up in NDAs. Nevertheless, an XRP ETF likely on the table. Not only that, over the last week, we did get news from Dr. Martin Hisbach that an XRP ETF is probably around the corner too. So a lot of people in the XRP community were speculating on this. Of course, it would help if we did have the clarity, and we got to remember, nothing moves until we have that clarity. So Michael Branch here posting this. According to a Bloomberg report, the crypto lobby in the United States has issued a stark warning to political candidates demanding their support or risk defeat at the ballot box in the November 5th, 2024 elections. So, guys, things are heating up, and crypto candidates are stepping up. According to the Bloomberg report, the crypto lobby in the U.S. has issued a stark warning to political candidates, as I just mentioned, citing the recent defeat of Democratic Representative Katie Porter in California's Senate primary as evidence. The digital asset industry points to its significant financial backing and influence on the elections. So the industry giants are now pouring $10 million into securing pro-crypto nominees. And of course, we know about John Deaton going against Senator Elizabeth Warren. I hope you guys have donated or are planning to donate to John Deaton's campaign. I think he's trying to reach $1 million by the end of the month. So, we've got John Deaton fighting against Elizabeth Warren, for example. And now we have former Rippler Greg Kidd. I'm running for Congress as an independent in Nevada District 2.
I'm Greg Kidd, and I'm running for Nevada's 2nd Congressional District as an independent. I proudly stand with Nevada, a state known for its fierce independence. From the breathtaking beauty of Lake Tahoe to the magical lights of our entertainment industries, our district has a rich history and an economy powered by gold and silver mining. That's what the past has brought us. But now we're in danger of being sidelined by an ever-accelerating future. We don't need partisan bickering and a do-nothing Congress. We need someone who embraces the future, who crosses easily between party lines, and most importantly, who knows how to get stuff done. We are sitting on $1.5 trillion of lithium. That's $2 million for every man, woman, and child in our district. With my experience in finance and tech, with my passion for preserving Nevada's natural resources, I want to open doors to success for all of us. Together, let's build a future that's prosperous and fair for every Nevadan.
Greg Kidd for Congress. Boy, I mean, things are heating up, really. Again, an ex-Rippler now running for Congress as well. So things are really, really heating up now. I mean, I got to say, I thought they were getting heated with John Deaton, but now Greg Kidd also running. By the way, he was the guy who was explaining the XRP ledger to the Senate in Canada. I did a video recently on that. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. When he worked for Ripple back in, I want to say that video was probably from 2016 or 2017. I'm not sure. But Greg Kidd now running for Congress. Interesting news there. Also happen to see this guy's another one from Michael Branch. This has to do with the Gateio exchange. They are actually awarding prizes for the most accurate XRP prediction. If you guys are using the Gateio exchange, they are calling on experts in crypto technical analysis, urging them to answer the compelling question of where XRP's price is headed. The exchange noted that participants in the XRP value prediction competition can win up to, ironically, one Ethereum token valued at over $3,709 per coin. And the participants, they basically have to, I think, guess within four decimal places. Specifically, this is an ongoing round. Gateio users are to suggest XRP's exact price with 4 decimal places by March the 19th. So you still have 3 days to do that. On the other hand, technical analysts are to share charts and commentary about the XRP to USDT pair. The rules for participation include signing up with Gate.io, following their Twitter account, and liking and retweeting the contest post. Participants are to submit their entries via a comment section of the contest post. Furthermore, Gate.io emphasized that only one XRP price guess is valid per comment, so you can't just keep guessing, of course. Yet participants can comment with as many price guesses as they choose. Notably, the XRP price guessing campaign commenced on Tuesday, March the 12th, and will end next Tuesday, March the 17th. So if you guys are interested in joining, all you have to do is sign up for Gate.io, put in your XRP price prediction, and keep retweeting out their tweets on their Twitter/X account. Don't know how many people are feeling very optimistic about XRP's price at this moment in time. But again, guys, I have to reiterate this, always in these bull runs, XRP does perform last, but it does pump quite hard when it does eventually pump. We saw it back in 2020, right in here. It took the Bitcoin bull run to get up off its feet for about 8, 9, 10 months before XRP really started pumping. Then, unfortunately, we got crushed by the SEC lawsuit. So this was a very unfortunate time for the XRP community. The bull run before that, though, it started pumping by March of 2017. Remember, Bitcoin had been pumping steadily since the beginning of 2016, all the way into the first quarter of 2017. And then by March 2017, that's when XRP started to pump. So things to be prepared for, guys. And again, I will link this in the description of the video if you guys want to join this competition. Some news coming out of Hong Kong right now, this one courtesy of Smoke. Hong Kong EHKD launches Phase 2 of their EHKD pilot program, and Ripple was part of Phase 1. So here it is, guys. The EHKD pilot program, participating firms include Ripple, Fubon Bank, so you guys can see. The logo is up there in this flow chart, Fubon Bank Home Equity Line of Credit, or HELOC. We talked a little bit about this a couple of months ago, 2-3 months ago. I will see if I can find that video, link it up here in the top right-hand corner. Just a brief synopsis of how this CBDC pilot is working. And that was Phase 1, guys. Now they are in Phase 2. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority today, so that was a couple of days ago now, they announced the launch of Phase 2 for the EHKD pilot program. They completed Phase 1 back in October of 2023 and had studied domestic retail use cases in various areas such as programmable payments, settlements of tokenized assets, and offline payments. Building on the success of experience of Phase 1, the next phase will delve deeper into selected points from Phase 1 where the EHKD could add unique value, namely programmability, tokenization, and atomic settlements, as well as explore new use cases that have not been covered in the previous phase. So they are looking to expand the utility of their central bank digital currency. An enhanced EHKD sandbox leveraged on the wholesale central bank digital currency sandbox to be built under Project Ensemble will support Phase 2 for the EHKD pilot program to accelerate the prototyping, development, and testing of use cases by pilot participants, as well as facilitate the study of interoperability and interbank settlement between EHKD and other forms of tokenized money. So some interesting news there coming out of Hong Kong. Wanted to thank Smoke for posting that. And this is just one pilot program, guys. This is just one country where Ripple is piloting a central bank digital currency. We know Ripple has wanted to move into different verticals. Hong Kong was one of those countries, Palau, Bhutan. So they're already targeting, initially island nations, but slowly moving out to larger and larger economies, Hong Kong being that next step. And then eventually, they're likely going to target even larger economies, countries likely in the G20. Anyway, that's just my interpretation of this. This is, how things go, that you can't just start big. You got to start small and move your way up. This is how successful businesses grow. And, we're seeing Ripple do just that. So again, wanted to thank Smoke for posting that. Another report here, guys, from UK Finance, this one from the Wrath of Kahneman on NFTs from CMS. Check out this screen grab here. We have a flow chart describing the processes, how they're looking at NFTs on the blockchain. We have the Hyperledger Foundation down here, DLT softwares, and this includes blockchain companies and softwares like Ripple Labs. They also have Stellar, Ethereum, Quorum, R3's Corda here, and Hyperledger Fabric. But Ripple is mentioned in this paper. It's interesting to see how they conceptually arrange the participants and differentiate between blockchain and DLT. So the Wrath of Kahneman here just showing us this screen grab. Of course, I'll say it again because I've said it a million times before. Interoperability is the name of the game. So, it's not going to be one blockchain that rules them all. A handful of cryptocurrencies are really going to be the workhorses for this new dynamic system. And so, these companies got to work together. And, we're already seeing lots of these types of collaborations coming out. It's great to see, new milestones being met and new challenges being achieved all through the cooperation that I think will get a lot easier once we do see more regulatory certainty, not uncertainty, regulatory clarity and certainty. Once that happens, again, I think things are going to move a lot quicker. In the meantime, though, we have what we have, and, it's still just a waiting game for us. Anyway, wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that, and I wanted to thank Daniel, who sent this to me via email. He recently received this. He's located in France. SEPA maintenance this weekend. Are we going to get a big boom? A major integration with DLT platforms on SEPA in Europe. You may experience a brief delay with regular SEPA transfers due to EU-wide SEPA services downtime between March the 15th, which was yesterday, guys, and Monday, March the 18th. Please plan transactions accordingly. So again, this is directly from a viewer. So Daniel, thank you. Thank you very much for sending me this, on top of which, I've been seeing it all over Twitter. Wall Street Bulls, breaking news, European banks on high alert, SEPA's overnight migration. Note here too, with respect to all entry into force time of the 2023 SCT institutional scheme rulebook, it is now set Sunday, March 17th, 2024. So they have the hours here before this time. Instant payment messages will be in the 2009 version of the ISO 20022 standard. So the old version, but after that, guys, they are now moving into the 2019 version of that same standard. That, to me, sounds like Ripple and XRP integration. Another one from Smoke. Several networks or financial institutions may form on top of Ripple's common settlement platform, including SEPA. So bringing up that same payment infrastructures news tweet here, but also note this, guys, several networks or clubs of financial institutions may ultimately form on top of Ripple's common settlement protocol. So they're talking about the Ripple network here for SEPA region banks in Europe, and this could be happening over the weekend. So I got a lot more here to suggest that this could be happening. SEPA connection highlighted in GateHub presentation with the Euro-Ripple currency pairing. So you guys can see that up there. They actually outlined SEPA here over the Ripple network, Ripple gateways as just another example there. And Smoke also bringing this to our attention, but it doesn't say XRP with SEPA. Well, we do actually have an integration. Well, we do actually have another form here demonstrating XRPL Labs and GateHub join forces, adding on and off ramps for 14 different assets. And that is integrated into the SEPA networks and SWIFT networks directly. So is it happening before our eyes? Remember what Brad Garlinghouse said, I think this was DC FinTech Week, on XRP liquidity, alleviating a liquidity crisis. I mean, the cost of living has been going up. The US dollar is being debased, and national debts are at all-time highs. I think this could be coming down the pike.
With Ripple focused on providing on-demand liquidity and the world facing what's probably the biggest liquidity crisis ever, What role do you see XRP and XRP Ledger and similar technologies playing in alleviating such a crisis?
Well, so if you think about like what causes those kinds of crises, one of the dynamics, and by the way, there's lots of inputs into a crisis like that. One of them is friction. One of them is time. If you can reduce friction as measured by time and cost, that's good. That's just a good thing to minimizing, the risks of liquidity issues. Like I don't pretend that XRP is a panacea for all of these issues. What I do believe is if we can successfully integrate into the existing system, we're going to more rapidly bring the benefits of these technologies to a much, much, much broader audience than if we try to circumvent the system. So I've been incredibly pleased by the engagement we've had, ranging from the IMF to, central banks. And look, Ripple's going to continue to work with those players. That's part of why we made the announcements we made this week about expanding, or really creating our presence more concretely here in Washington, D.C. And I'm optimistic that if these technologies continue to propagate across correspondent banking, but other industries, that's going to be good for any liquidity crisis.
And we are seeing them propagate through the EU right now with SEPA this weekend. So are we going to see a fundamental change in the system? And will that result in a higher price of XRP? I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.